Hey there, so in this video I'm going to talk about this website over here called DCABTC. Now the reason why I want to talk about this website here is because it just shows the power of dollar cost averaging Bitcoin. So for those of you who don't know what dollar cost averaging is, it's basically where you buy a set dollar amount into Bitcoin or whichever sort of thing that you're buying on a set schedule. So over here, if we look at the sidebar, these are the inputs that would produce this sort of chart right here. And if we change these inputs, for example, if I put in 100 here, you can see that the total invested has also increased, but so has the total value, and these numbers here will also have changed as well. So the value would now be $40,750, but you actually only invested this amount over here, and that's only if you did it, let's just say weekly. Obviously if you did it to monthly, it would change, right? So you can see the numbers here have changed, and so have the percentage points. You can also even change this over here where you input the number of years that you've been accumulating for. So if you've done it for the past, let's just say 6 years, well, this is how much you would have invested, and this would be the number here. Now these are probably approximate values just because it would depend on exactly how much you bought the Bitcoin for, because we all know that Bitcoin's price fluctuates a lot. So if we look over here, this is the accumulate for, and then we have a starting. Now for myself, I'm a little bit not sure as to why there is a difference between the accumulate for and the starting. I thought that would be the same, but it's not apparently. So if I change this up, we'll go to 4 years, you can see that the total invested had changed, but I don't know how you can accumulate for more than when you started. So I'm a little confused about this part over here, but other than that, let's take a look over here. You can also compare it to other assets, and if you click yes, it'll bring this drop down menu over here, and it'll show you what it would look like had you put your money in all of these other sort of assets. So if we can go back and click no. Another thing is if you click over here, it'll go to logarithmic, or you can even click on total invested, right? So you can have the option to check them or uncheck them, right? So example like this. Now, a couple of other things that I want to highlight is when you scroll down here, it'll tell you what dollar cost averaging is, and I'll give you some brief explanation on that. And it'll also give you the pros and cons of dollar cost averaging, and they'll go into why it makes sense to dollar cost average, what are the pros, and here are the cons. Now, if I go back to the top of their site, they'll have this other section here where it says guides, and if you click on it, it'll say Bitcoin investment strategy. So if I click on that, it'll bring me to this somewhat more lengthy article that they've written, and they'll talk about the different ways that you can invest into Bitcoin. So example, dollar cost averaging, or you have this when it's undervalued. So there are different models out there. There are other sort of systems like this trend following systems and so on and so forth, but I don't want to waste your time. You can check this out for yourself. If we go back to guides, if you click it and then you click on what is stacking sats, they'll have this very basic explanation of what that's all about. But yeah, that's pretty much this DCABTC website's all about. I wanted to highlight it just because I think they do a great job at showing what your portfolio value would look like and the percentage change based on whatever inputs. But anyways, I hope you found this video informative or educational, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you think that there's someone who'll get some value out of this video, please share it with them. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below because I do check and I do respond. If you're interested in receiving notifications of my future videos, then hit that subscribe button. Other than that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.